Former Prime Minister and PMLN President Nawaz Sharif announced that the Punjab government will reduce electricity prices to Rs 14 per unit for August and September. Senior Sharif criticized Imran Khan for reintroducing IMF loans, adding that a future solar panel scheme will provide citizens with sustainable energy options. Meanwhile, the Lahore High Court questioned the government over recent internet disruptions affecting platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp. Justice Shakil Ahmed expressed frustrations at the government's lack of clarity on the issue. The disruptions linked to a cybersecurity upgrade have raised concerns from the Pakistan Software Houses Association, which warned of potential $300 million economic losses. In health news, Pakistan has detected 2 new cases of Mpox in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, bringing the national total to 3. All patients recently returned from the UAE and are in quarantine. The National Command and Operations Center (NCOC) issued an advisory following the outbreak, which the World Health Organization has declared a global public health emergency. Israeli forces bombed a residence near Gaza City's Shawah Square, with medics from the Palestine Red Crescent Society recovering 3 bodies and rescuing 4 wounded. The Israeli attacks extended to Gaza City and Al-Mawasi, where 3 children sheltering in a tent were killed. As Israeli forces expand evacuation orders in Khan Yunis and Deir al-Bala, displaced individuals are pushed into increasingly confined humanitarian zones. At least 40,005 people have been killed and 92,401 wounded in Israel's war in Gaza. In diplomatic efforts, US, Qatari, and Egyptian mediators, along with an Israeli delegation, continue ceasefire talks in Doha. Though Hamas reports a lack of positive signals, Hezbollah has escalated tensions by showcasing heavy missiles and threatening retaliation if attacked by Israel. Meanwhile, the UN has called for a 7-day pause in hostilities to facilitate polio vaccinations for 640,000 children in Gaza. Indian doctors are intensifying nationwide protests following the brutal rape and murder of a 31-year-old colleague in Kolkata. Thousands marched during the Independence Day celebrations, with the Indian Medical Association calling for a 24-hour strike on Saturday. Prime Minister Modi condemned the crime, urging swift punishment for perpetrators, while doctors demand implementation of laws to protect healthcare workers from violence. In a separate development, the Indian government announced local elections in illegally occupied Kashmir scheduled from September 18th to October 1st. This decision comes 5 years after New Delhi revoked the region's special autonomy. Despite opposition from separatist groups, the Modi government claims that high voter turnout in the recent parliamentary elections shows renewed confidence in the democratic process. Russia has announced the destruction of a Ukrainian reconnaissance sabotage group in the Kursk region, claiming the group was equipped with NATO weapons. Accusations from a Kremlin aide have followed, suggesting US involvement in Ukraine's incursion into Kursk. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian military reports significant advances in the western Russia, including the capture of 82 settlements and the border town of Sudza. In eastern Ukraine, Russian forces have taken control of the village of Ivanivka in Donetsk, according to the Russian Ministry of Defense. The UN Rights Office has requested access from Moscow to visit Russian border regions affected by the Ukrainian cross-border attacks. Paetongtarn Shinawatra has been confirmed as Thailand's youngest Prime Minister by Parliament. The 37-year-old succeeds Srettha Thavisin, who was removed by a constitutional court ruling on Wednesday. Known as Ung Ing, Paetongtarn is the youngest child of billionaire Thaksin Shinawatra and the third family member to hold Thailand's top office. The ruling coalition of her Pheu Thai party shows her as the new Prime Minister after no alternative candidates were proposed. Paetongtarn, who previously worked in a family's hotel business, entered politics 3 years ago. She has never held elected office before, but was active on the campaign trail during the 2023 elections. The Constitutional Court's decision to remove MFP's Srettha Thavisin adds to ongoing political tensions between military-backed groups and Thaksin-linked populist parties. Last week, the MFP was dissolved and its executive board members were banned from politics.